Hey Gavin, it's Josh, and I wanted to just follow up on your email and just walk you through some of these questions. So I think seeing it's a little bit easier than just going back and forth with text. So first, your first question was a great one. How can I adjust RPE for the athlete, right? And so if I'm understanding the question correctly, I'm just displaying my phone here on the screen, right? And so what you're actually able to do is from this screen, when you log in as a coach on your phone, you'll see all of your athletes, right? And you can log in to a specific athlete. Let's take Jeremy here down at the bottom as an example. I'm going to click on Jeremy, and from there I can actually log Jeremy's session, right? And so I can kind of jump into the session. At the end of the session, I could adjust RPE. So if your question is, can you actually manipulate what the perceived exertion was for them? Absolutely. You can't adjust the question in general, right? So as far as customizing that, no, you're not able to do that today. But if I'm off and if you're looking for something different, let me know and I'll clarify. So second question you asked is, if the team has, if I have an athlete on the team, can I directly communicate with them? Here's how this will work today. So if I go back to your account, okay, let's take Megan as an example. You can message directly to Megan. She's not able to message you directly until you create that kind of connection with her. So the idea behind this, and this is something that we're looking closely at, was that we didn't want coaches to get bombarded, coaches that have hundreds and hundreds of athletes with these messages. We're kind of rethinking that, and you should expect that to be updated and just messaging in general to be overhauled. But today, if you wanted to communicate with Megan, and I'm going to jump here and just as an example say, hey, Megan, I'm just testing this to better understand how messaging works directly with athletes. Sorry and thanks. Okay, and I'll post a comment. So what you're doing is you're messaging Megan directly. Now that that connection's been made, what Megan will be able to do is, and we'll go back to the phone here, but I'm on Megan's profile, right? And so she'll get a notification. I'm gonna click on the notification. She got a message, right? I'll click on the message, and here's here we go. All right, boom. I'm posting that. So now this is just between the two of you. The team's not getting it. And if I click back here, what Megan has access to here in message boards is access to the whole team, and then also from that notification directly with you. Okay, now in the case that you programmed for a specific athlete, let's say that Megan needed a specific change. If you go to athletes, and again, this was our kind of best crack at, hey, when would it be relevant for a coach to have that kind of personal connection, right? But if I go to Megan's calendar, and on that individual calendar, I make a change. So as an example, I'm going to come here and create a session, and I'll add a block, and hey, we're going to program back squat, just as an example. As soon as I do that, I'm telling trainer, okay, I want to have a direct connection with that specific athlete. And so now that we've done that, and I understand that's quite a workaround to get there, but just so you know, now if I go to the message board, because we have adjusted Megan's calendar at some point in time, she now has direct access to you, so she can click here and actually just message with you directly, really. But you have to kind of make that connection. So totally possible. How we're working messaging, you should expect to be overhauled. That's actually something that will get going here. But that's how that works today. All right, Gavin, and lastly, you had asked a really good question about just like analytics, right? And how those things are used, or specifically how can I view like session RPE. So click analytics and reports, and where you want to go is training summary, okay? So you can look at a single athlete over time, or you can look at a team or group. I generally start here, and then you can dive deeper. So check this out, like with this athlete, you can see, hey, here's total reps in the session, total volume, how long it took, what their RPE was, right? And so, let's take this session or this athlete, for example. You can actually click into that athlete and then see over time, based on whatever time frame you set, what their session RPE is, right? So, as a 5, like way out of the ordinary, nah, I wouldn't worry too much too much about that, right? Like if you see readiness scores that deviate a ton, like this 3.4, is that an issue? Well, it seems generally, in the same, at least, stratosphere, right? Let's go into Megan as an example, right? And so, I mean, over time, when you have much more data, you can actually see quite a bit here, like as to what's going on, right? We're measuring volume, we're measuring readiness, and then you can have those conversations, right? And that might mean that based on this, you're going to go and message that athlete. Right, so hopefully this helps. If you have any questions for me, Gavin, on this or anything else, let me know, and I'm eager to get your feedback and the feedback that you're getting from your athletes. So we'll talk soon. Thanks.